The shilling just above 89 to the dollar, staying steady, staying strong, especially after the MPC took that decision on Thursday.
Well, it was always going to strengthen on the basis of the high interest rates and tight liquidity. Of course, that's how everybody deals with inflation around the world. So that's the remedy now. Of course, that also has an impact on the market, and we're beginning to see some weakness as well. But the shilling is expected to hold on. Of course, it also puts pressure on government expenditure. So we just want to see how that plays out in the coming days.
All right. Meanwhile, despite the MPC starting to be fairly hawkish, it's not really helping general sentiment. Banks believe that now that we've seen a significant rise in interest rates, it's going to impact on the cost of borrowing, and they're anticipating defaults and impairments.
Yes, banks have had to reschedule some of their debt. We had reports of that. We've also had reports of default cases rising. However, we don't know how soon they'll show up in the numbers. But we know that there's also a lot of pressure from some of them to ratchet up their provisions from that debt. So we expect bank numbers to come in significantly weaker than of course 2010 full year results. How much is yet to be seen. Remember, legally they don't have to report all their bad debt.
All right, it's not just the banks that are concerned. It's not just the banks that are concerned, Johnson. We're already getting news from Kenya Power that they're going to report 42% in customer default. So the effects of inflation really starting to take root in Kenya.
Sorry, could you please come again?
I'm saying we're also hearing that Kenya Power expects customer defaults to be in the region of 42%. So basically the Kenyan consumer really under pressure.
We don't know what to make of that yet, because that report hit us like a thunderbolt. However, that should also show up in the banking system as well. So, I mean, we expect a bit of weakness coming in from that. I don't know how KPLC intends to deal with theirs, because I don't know if rescheduling is an option for them. But the numbers, of course, could come in a bit weaker. You see, they've already changed their billing system. Some of it is prepaid now. So that should help ease any concerns of huge bad debt numbers. However, using that as a measure for the banking sector as well, it raises concerns.
All right, for those trying to raise money on this market, because obviously it's the year's end profit taking, where are the bargains in this market?
Well, one is tempted to say everything is a bargain. However, there's still some value in the power sector. In the sugar sector as well. Mumias comes to mind. Food, tea and coffee. Sashimi becomes an interesting bargain as well. Unga, perhaps, the animal nutrition growing. Perhaps the print also would be interesting to look at that as well. So largely the market is discounted. Perhaps one could argue oversold.
Okay, and the final question, we are getting forecasts for GDP in the year ahead. A little bit more of an optimistic view on growth, expecting the economy to grow above 4.5% this year and then continuing on that trend in the next year. What would be the markers of growth in an economy that's been battered by drought and inflation?
That's an interesting question. We know building and construction will come under pressure. However, there's still some growth drivers like agriculture and forestry. The energy especially, there's quite a bit of investment coming through. Hopefully, that will, if the government is able to implement its least cost power development program, we could see a bit more lower cost energy coming through, which will help in boosting the economy. We've got some projects in natural gas coming through at the coast. So there's still reason to be optimistic. But one serious cause of concern, of course, is the deflationary stance the central bank has taken, and that might hold the economy down for a while.